What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FilmBros Podcast. I am your host, JP. This is my co-host, Josh.
What's up?
How's everybody doing? Today we are bringing you news, the film news. Past couple days, things have been happening. We're gonna, rumors, all that stuff. We're gonna discuss it here today with you guys. Thank you for joining us, and let's get it started. First things first, Josh. Yesterday was the world premiere for Black Panther.
Yeah.
Everybody's raving about it.
I saw
Mostly positive, all positives. Different tone, the passion that's put into it, the performances.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to like it. Except for one person named Soups, but he's already getting dragged through the internet. We may do it here as well. What do you think about the movie?
Well, initial reviews are saying it's really good, so that's to be expected. The tonal shift that everyone says is going around, that was expected also. They've been saying that since the second one was announced, that it'll be so much different. The only thing that managed changing that script, though, was Chadwick Boseman passing, rest in peace and whatnot. I just think as the movie as a whole, it's going to be good. I wasn't really looking forward to it when they first were like, oh, it's going to be a documentary or whatever about Wakanda and stuff like that. I wasn't really vibing with that. But the way it seems changed and now it has Ironheart in it, it sounds like it's going to be good. As for Soups, I don't know. You saw how he was hyping up Black Adam?
Yeah.
What do you call it? People are thinking that maybe he's just on the DC hype train right now.
Maybe.
Because of a check.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just really doesn't like the movie. I don't know if his experience was bad or whatever, but usually he's the one hyping it up.
Yeah, he's the
so
first
for
one.
him to be like, oh, I didn't really like it. People are calling him all types of things now. They're calling him racist, things like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one. Somebody defended him on Twitter about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless of what he thinks, everybody is gonna obviously need to formulate an opinion for themselves. I mean, mostly positive reviews. Namor is getting a bunch of praises.
I'm excited for Namor the most.
Letitia Wright, Shuri, she's getting a lot of praises as well. So, I mean, the movie seems to be good. I'm hyped for it. I'm ready. I wasn't really expecting much out of it, but now that I'm hearing all these reviews and how great it is, I'm kind of excited now.
It sounds exciting. It looks really exciting from the trailers and stuff. Like I said, I'm excited for Namor most of all. I just think it's really weird that I think people give Soups way too much power. Like he has a huge following, as to be expected. And, people are gonna disagree with him and stuff. But I think a lot of people have the problem with him because he can get hypocritical sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was talking about Kenobi, remember that? He was like, oh, it's slow, it's this, and that. And then once he saw the flashback episode, he was all like, oh, yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't really trust him. I'll tell you straight out. I can't trust him. I can't trust him with his reviews. I think if they would have stuck a couple cameos in there, maybe Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure he would have been, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a little, what is it? Hypocritical sometimes with some of his reviews and takes and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's not our thing. Our thing is obviously the Wakanda Forever. We're gonna go formulate our own opinion.
Yes.
Let him get dragged on the internet. That is fine. For one, not being the biggest fan of Marvel right now. Phase 4 didn't really wow me. But Wakanda, actually, the last movie they put out, Thor: Love and Thunder, was not the movie for me. I did not enjoy that movie. Not a little bit whatsoever. I watched it one time on Disney Plus. I don't think I've ever played again. I'll obviously buy the physical copy just because I gotta add it to the collection. But other than that, no thank you. I'm really excited for this one though. Getting a lot of great praises, and I for one am 100% in. We're getting opening day tickets for sure.
Yeah, as for Phase 4 as a whole, I know I liked most of it. Some of it is hit and miss. I didn't really like Thor. I didn't really like Love and Thunder. Eternals was okay to me. My favorite so far has been Multiverse of Madness.
I would say that's probably the best one for me too.
So if Black Panther manages to take top spot, then cool. But right now, my top spot for Phase 4 is still Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, okay. Well, I have high hopes that this movie will knock that shit right out.
From what people are saying, yeah.
I feel it's probably gonna be great. But what about you guys out there? Are you guys excited for the movie? Are you guys still skeptical about it even after the reviews? Let us know at our Twitter, FilmBros Podcast. With that, let's move on to the next thing. I wanted to talk about this possible, it's a rumor, this possible Blade director. His name is Elegance Brenton. I looked him up. He doesn't have a lot of credits. There's not a lot of how do you say? There's not a lot of movies to support him. He has made recent films, but they're not anything that you would know. I didn't even know them. Yeah, what do you think?
He sounds fancy as fuck. I don't know if they have a director. Good for them. You know, we'll just have to see if that's true or not. Because you did say it was a rumor.
Yeah,
that movie just needs to get together because I can't handle that movie being pushed back anymore. Like I'm excited for that one and Fantastic Four the most, I'd say.
Yeah, I really want to see their take on Blade. I mean, it seems to fit the roster of like, because the MCU does sometimes hire some no names because they mold them. They you know what they say.
Gives them
it's easier to train somebody who doesn't know so much than to train somebody who's been doing it forever. You know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like they if this is true, it seems like they might be following that trend, and hopefully he can deliver a good Blade. If this is true, it's like I said, it's still a rumor. So, yeah, if you guys want to go look him up, Elegance Brenton, that is his name.
Elegance Brenton.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But another rumor in the rumor mill as well, Vision Quest.
Oh, I heard about this.
New Vision Disney Plus series. Might be a presentation, might be a series, we don't know yet. Honestly, don't know what to feel about this project. It feels like Marvel's just throwing stuff at us at this point. I'm not 100%. I don't know how to feel about this. What do you think?
Well, I like Vision as a character. I've liked him since he showed up in Age of Ultron. Like, I think his scenes alone are enough to make me watch that movie as often as I do. Like, his dynamic with Ultron was cool, and then now he's White Vision. So if they do make him a show and stuff, I do hope he finds that humanity back in him and stuff.
Yeah.
So he doesn't end up like the first Vision, but at least he has that humanity piece to him, like they gave to him at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah.
When he was talking to him about the boat thesis or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope wherever we see him, he doesn't have to be with Wanda, obviously. But whenever we do see him again, I hope he's a little more humanized in that sense.
Yeah. White Vision, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're going to bring him back. I'm pretty sure there'll be some kind of redemption arc. And I kind of seen where Wanda's left off and where Vision kind of left off. I think the next time we'll see them, we are going to see them either building up or somewhat reuniting, feeling something for each other. I'm sure they're going to bring them back together.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be in Multiverse of Madness.
I kind of thought so too. This was my own thoughts. I thought that he was going to come back and basically bring her back from being evil and stuff like that, but I thought that was going to be the big reveal. But
yeah, with that,
they
or if she would have been in, if he would have been with the alternate Wanda in that one Earth.
Oh, that'd have been crazy. That would have actually been crazy.
But it seems like they scrapped them all together.
Yeah, I mean, I heard there was a lot of plans on that movie that just didn't pan out. I don't know if it was because it was, Derrickson's choice at the time, or when they got Raimi, they threw some stuff out. You know what I mean? It sucks that what we got is what we got, but it could have been so much better.
Yeah. Because when that movie was first announced, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be the first scary movie of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna fight Nightmare." I was like, "That sounds dope."
Yeah.
And then Raimi got it, which I was excited for, and then it just changed drastically. The two visions didn't pan out the same.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't say it was for the worst. I still enjoyed the movie. Like I said, one of the higher ones on the Phase 4 list. But, it is what it is. I'm excited to see Vision again, though.
if it is true and he gets his own like show or presentation, I'm excited for it. Obviously,
I would let him just be a side character and build up his arc, kind of like the Hulk. I think I don't really think he needs a show on his own, but I mean, if they want to throw it at us, I guess we'll watch for sure. Of course. Um, Another thing that happened today, not really too much like rumor. It's more what Bob Chapek said about animation movies, about cartoons. He basically said,
is this the Disney?
yeah,
Disney CEO?
yeah, the Disney CEO. He basically said that adults don't watch animation movies. That he needs to push out more adult content. That apparently when we put the kids to bed, we don't go and throw on a Disney movie or something like that, which he's totally wrong about. I'll tell you, I being an adult do watch animated movies. I think they're a different way of storytelling, and I believe that they, you know, help with one's imagination, because not everything that you can do in an animated movie can you actually do in a real life situation, so I find it to be a different form. What do you think about his thoughts?
Yeah, that sounds wrong to me because
Him being the Disney CEO, huh?
yeah, like he's supposed like Walt Disney's. I know he wasn't the best guy, but his dream was like animation, and what we do here is for everybody. Like, yeah, it's for kids, but adults should be able to connect to the movies too. That's why you got deep. Like, if they weren't gonna be making kids movies or movies for everybody, they wouldn't be killing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Tarzan. I know that one's a little older, but you see the dude hanging and stuff. Like, they're supposed to be making movies that are relatable, and for him to say that, it's kind of like left field.
Yeah.
Because like you can make movies for adults
That are animated.
yeah, but at the same time, I don't think it'll have the magic that a animated kids movie, quote unquote kids movie, would have.
Well, yeah, because I feel like animated, like children's movies, obviously Monsters Inc., all those different films, when you watch them as a child, they leave an impression on you.
Yeah.
When you watch them as an adult,
You understand the message more.
yeah, you understand the message. I feel like it's more of a real life thing, and you, as an adult, when you watch it, you hit it with that nostalgia if you watched it as a child, but as an adult, you're like, man, they're really, that's why a lot of adults like to say, oh, that's woke, or, oh, stuff like that, because they can see the real life message in that, and they try to pick it apart and all this and that. As a child, you don't care, you're just like, oh, yeah, and that made me feel good and stuff like that. And as a child, that's what you need. But as an adult, I still watch animated movies. Do not care.
Yeah.
Make me feel something. Disney always makes me feel something when they with their animated movies. They always make you want to cry.
Exactly. And the only
tearjerkers.
Yeah, like I couldn't imagine, like, you could put on Wall-E for a child and they'll like it because robots and stuff.
Of course.
But deeper in that movie, it's a love story. You know what I mean? So like it's meant to be for everybody.
Yeah.
It's weird that he would just up and say that.
Yeah. I thought it was weird too. That's why I kind of wanted to bring it up. But hey, it is what it is. He said it. I don't think he's the CEO anymore.
Oh, I thought he was.
I think it's somebody else now.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
Either way, he was out of field for that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's dead wrong. Hey, what can we do?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman said that Ryan was shocked when he called him, saying that he'll come back for Wolverine. Via Culture Crave.
Yeah, I can imagine, because he said he was done. He said he was done for so long.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine when Ryan was like bugging him and stuff, and he was probably like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for him to finally be like, "Yeah, I'll come back." You're like, of course it would shock him. You know what I mean? Like how many years was he asking for him before he decided to say yeah? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's crazy that he actually said yes and decided to, put the claws back on and get us straight into the action, into Deadpool 3. And it's crazy that that's the movie he's going to be in. I would have thought maybe a solo Wolverine, but I mean, it's crazy to think that him and Deadpool are actually going to interact.
Yeah, it's cool. And it isn't the first time they've interacted, technically.
Okay, technically, obviously not. But I mean, technically, he didn't have a mouth in that movie.
Yeah, but before he was that mutated thing,
Yeah,
they were talking in teammates. So.
yeah.
But we don't talk about that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. No, I want to see them like this. I don't want to. I don't want to remember old no mouth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no. But with that being said, I think that's everything Disney Marvel related. We're gonna move on to DC now. A
Okay.
couple things happened in DC. It's kind of a mixture, so it's a good little balance. Kevin Feige spoke up on James Gunn getting that DC position. I got the quote right here. He says he's got a lot of work to do for Marvel between now and May, which he is well aware of. But after that, I'll be the first in line to see anything he does. My man's said that's fine. He can have this new job, but remember, you still work here, motherfucker. He still has Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He still has the holiday special coming up. I believe he starts the role on November 1st for head of DC. So, how do you feel like that's going to interfere with the with Marvel? Because he's supposed to be eat, breathing, and shitting out, fucking DC for the next 4 years once November 1st starts. So how is he going to be able to go on like press junkets and stuff like that promoting the rival? Which I'm sure it's not a rivalry. I'm pretty sure we make it out to be a bigger thing than what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure in the industry it's
To
just
them, it's
like
all business.
yeah, money. I want money, dude.
Yeah, to them it's all business. The fans are what bring the heart to it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, good for James Gunn, I guess. Obviously it's those contracts because it is just business. He's obligated to still show up and do his thing. So I mean, I don't think it'll conflict too much. He probably told him that when he wanted the job.
Yeah.
He was like, I still got this at Marvel, but I'd like the job.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to him. So I mean, and then what I told you last episode was I don't think he's gonna be doing too much. He'll probably just be like stuck in meetings and stuff planning, but I don't think he'll be doing anything for a while. So
Yeah.
I don't think it'll conflict too hard.
Well, I'm not sure because now that he has the powers to basically, do what he wants. I mean, he could probably be working at both. Like I said, he's been working with DC since what, last year? They could have been cooking something up. There's no way that maybe, yeah, he probably didn't know he was going to get that spot, but there's no way that they didn't consider it after the success of the Suicide Squad, after the success of Peacemaker. Like, I'm pretty sure there was talks, and I'm pretty sure he's still going to plan. I mean, maybe things won't come out for a certain length of time, but I mean, he's getting ready to, like he said, the very first thing he wanted to bring out was a Superman project. So I'm sure he's hard at work with that.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll interfere too much. I think he'll just be. It's either he'll do interviews where he can because he wouldn't be able to leave, or if he shows up to do press or the premiere whenever that happens, like he'll be there. But if it's for like press or interviews and stuff, he could just do that from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it'll interfere too much, honestly.
Yeah. Like you said, I'm pretty sure he spoke to them about it. I mean, him and Kevin Feige are like tight. I think at one point he was supposed to basically be the lead of all that space stuff within the Marvel universe before he got canned by Disney and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm sure they got a good relationship and stuff. So, I mean, it's good that he said he'll be the first in line to watch it. So,
yeah.
Do you think we're going to get a DC Marvel crossover?
I hope not.
Oh. Why?
Because that sounds like a mess. It didn't really work out too well in the comics either, so...
I mean, I don't know. I would love to see Superman well on everybody. That'd be sick.
Okay. When you put it like that, I guess so.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm kind of hopeful
for it.
for
I want to see Wonder Woman pick up Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be... What?
She's worthy. You can't tell me she isn't. She'd be worthy.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I think she'd be worthy. But that's not what we're talking about.
If it's Patty Jenkins Wonder Woman, she's going to be worried about Trevor and not be worthy. So,
Who knows?
Throwing shade at Patty Jenkins.
But I don't know if a crossover could happen, I guess. But I don't know if I'd say I'm too excited for it right now. Not unless they're like it's happening, you know.
That'd be sick though.
Yeah,
I would not say. I will not say they will not get my money.
yeah, because even when they asked Kevin, he was like, "Oh well, you can never say no." You know what I mean? Like, there's always a possibility for those things.
Of course.
So if it works out, cool. But I don't think it'll happen anytime soon.
Damn. We gotta hurt my hopes like that.
Being realistic.
No. Lie to me.
Oh. I can't do that.
Damn. Okay. Moving on. Matt Reeves still not done with the Batman 2 script. That is the reason why that rumor the other day that it might be pushed back to 2025 is happening. There's still no script for the Batman 2. And Gotham PD is still in development. We also got Arkham Asylum, the show. I know they said that it was separate, but they're actually, that it was together. That
It's going to be separate.
It's going to be separate. So, and Antonio Campos will direct the Arkham series.
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think about all those news? The Batman 2 not coming out anytime soon.
They are working really hard to flesh out this universe.
Matt Reeves is.
Yeah. Which is cool. You know, it's cool we're getting all that.
He got an exclusive deal with Warner Brothers too.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's trying to cook something up that's going to be epic, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And they do still have a lot to do because last time we saw Batman, Gotham was flooded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the shows will cover what the fuck's been going on since then. And then lead into Batman 2. So, I mean, it's cool we're getting all those shows and stuff. It just feels weird that he's fleshing it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the first time we're hearing about it from DC's side.
Okay.
Usually he'd get a trilogy, which we heard at first he was getting a trilogy. We didn't know he was going to greenlight or get greenlit shows.
That's true.
So it was after that contract where he was like, all right, then give me my shows. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see all that, especially the universe since it's being fleshed out the way it is.
Yeah, he's working really hard. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Batman. I mean, I loved it. It was good, but it doesn't have a lot of rewatch value. That movie. So I'm hoping the Batman 2 is a little less tedious and a little bit more.
I think right now all I'm really expecting or all I'm really looking forward to is that Penguin show. Colin Farrell's Penguin was the highlight of that movie for me.
Yeah, he was good. It was crazy the transformation they put him through though. It was wild.
Yeah.
Great stuff. They're redeveloping the Green Lantern series. But before it was supposed to be around 3 of them, but now they said that they're only gonna focus around Jon Stewart and not the Lantern Corps.
Oh, I thought they were gonna do it about Guy Gardner.
It was gonna be him, somebody else, and Hal Jordan.
Oh.
I'm assuming Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. It was supposed to be the 3 of them, but it was supposed to be Corps, so I'm assuming it was supposed to take place in Oa.
Oh no, because they in the comics they call themselves the 4 Corpsmen. It's Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
And I think the 4th one is Kyle something. So I think it would have taken place on Earth because Earth has way too many Green Lanterns. It's the funniest thing.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's those 4, and then in the comics there's another chick, and then, like, Earth has a lot of Green Lanterns. So it would have probably taken place on Earth, but I thought, when I first heard it, I thought the show was going to be about Guy Gardner. He's the redhead, the Carrot Top.
Yeah. No, now they're redeveloping, because it was canceled.
Yeah.
But now they're redeveloping it, but it's going to be smaller budget, but just about Jon Stewart.
That's cool. Everyone knows him. If you're gonna make one, at least make it about the well-known one, because not many people know Guy Gardner.
What about Hal Jordan? But they just did him.
We saw how that
but
happened.
don't do that. Don't do that. It was an okay movie.
But it's true. We saw how that played out. They're gonna want to go with the strongest choice, which is Jon Stewart. Everyone knows Jon Stewart.
That's true.
that's why when I thought they were doing Guy Gardner, I was like, oh, cool. Not many people know him. And it would be a chance to introduce him. But then they were like, nah.
Yeah.
Because they even said that he was going to be trained by Alan Scott. Remember the Green Lantern I told you was on the JSA?
Yeah.
He was going to be like taken under his wing and taught the powers and stuff.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So I guess when they can that, now they're making it about Jon Stewart, which is cool.
Yeah.
Good for them that they figured it out finally.
So speculation time. Do you think that he will be in the DCU, or is he going to be his own separate thing?
I'd like to see him in the DCU.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think they need to stop doing their own different things for everybody. I mean, yeah, you can have solo stuff here and there, but like, wouldn't it confuse audiences?
Yeah. It's the weird thing because remember when I told you about Jay Garrick being in the JSA?
Oh yeah.
He's in Stargirl.
Oh, is he?
He's part of the JSA in Stargirl. So,
Oh.
and he's played by the 90s Barry Allen.
So are they giving us like a TV bootleg JSA and they're giving us a movie JSA?
That's why I think they couldn't use Jay Garrick.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how this works. And I don't know if Jon Stewart, that show will be a part of that universe or if he'll be part of the movie universe. He can obviously be in both. You know what I mean? But
I mean, if it's being made for HBO, I would put if it's gonna be connected to anything, I put my money it'd be connected to the DCU.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that they'd connect it to. Well, no.
Because Stargirl isn't CW.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think he would be for the CW.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could happen. It would be nice, but I'd imagine he'd be part of the DC universe that's happening on HBO Max. So that's like Superman and Lois, Stargirl, Titans, like those people.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah, no, but speaking of DCU, I seen that interview that Cavill did, like literally yesterday.
Yeah.
He said he's no longer playing that dark, broody Superman, and from here on out, he's gonna be joyful. Does that statement do something for you?
He was never dark and broody to me. I don't know why people keep pushing that narrative. It was the tone of the movie, but he himself always felt more joyful and stuff. And if he was quote unquote dark and broody, the universe was kind of shitting on his name. You know what I mean?
Well, that's one thing. You know, to me, Man of Steel is one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Yes.
I liked his portrayal in there because he was hopeful. You can see as the world was kicking his ass, he was still trying to do his best to be that hope that, you know, people are going to look up to him to be. I love that they made him struggle with the fact that how are you just going to land on Earth and have no repercussions? They made him deal with the fact that, you know, he's from a different planet. How are you gonna deal with that, knowing that you don't know where you come from, you have no clue what's going on with yourself.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just be this happy guy all the time, and you can see at the end of that movie he does become a little bit more joyful because he feels like he's
home.
Come into place and all that stuff, right? BVS, same thing. Oh well, he dies, but you know he was going through conflict, obviously. In the beginning, he was really happy with Lois Lane up until, you know, people started shitting on his name, doing all this stuff even more because of what happened in Man of Steel, the events. All the way up to Justice League, if you want to say the 2017 one or the Zack Snyder's Justice League, at the very end of that movie, he started showing that he was that happy guy, that pocket of hope. Like everything was falling into place, and I believe that was Zack Snyder's plan to start off bumpy, show him the struggles, and then eventually become that guy.
Yeah, he would have been that guy, but people don't want to wait for his arc, apparently. They can wait so plus movies for Iron Man to fucking die, but they can't wait for Superman to get past his trauma and problems, bro. Like, makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no, I will say, obviously I was expecting Superman to be so joyful and stuff like that, but I don't understand what people, you know, mean by that. Like, do they want him to be waving at the neighbors? saving cats out of a tree. Like, what do they mean by, or at least their interpretation of what he's
Yeah,
saying, joyful?
yeah. I don't know because I can tell you, bro. What do you call it? There is no way where I would be happy and the universe and Earth was like, well, do we need him? Like, does he serve a purpose? Should he be this and that? Like, no, there's no way I'm gonna be happy and cheerful. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna still save people, because that's my duty and I want to. But even when he goes to see his mom in the BVS, and she's like, you don't owe these people anything. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He does it out of the kindness of his heart. He's the kind of guy that does that. But you're not gonna be happy and joyful if the Earth is like shitting on your name. You know what I mean? And then how is he supposed to be happy if Lex Luthor is still kidnapping his mom, kidnapped Lois, almost killed her by throwing her off a building? He had to fight Batman. He had to fight Doomsday. How do you expect him to smile through all of that? It's a dire situation. Just like Spider-Man when he shuts up in dire situations. Like, you're not gonna... If you can make that connection, like, why does that bother you so much? It's the weirdest thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what people mean. That's why I'm kind of asking you. But feel like a moderately joyful Superman is great. I wouldn't say make him laugh at all the problems. Like, what if something's happening within the movie? Is he just supposed to smile and punch them or something? No, I don't understand what joyful is. I am excited to see that part of Superman because I think it's crucial to the storyline. It obviously makes sense. He started off rough. You know, he died for a whole movie. He died and then came back to life, and just through all the bullshit and everything, you know, when he came back, got that
angry. You know
clarity.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And the only thing that brought him clarity, I don't mean to cut you off, was Lois.
yeah, I was getting there.
Sorry.
Thanks for cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I get, like, but...
it's my lane.
Okay, my bad.
Jump out.
Okay. I'm jumping out.
But yeah, Lois Lane brought him that clarity, and he went to go help them, save their life, defeat Steppenwolf, and he was in that next movie. We were expecting him to be that joyful guy because that's who he is.
Yeah, like even in Justice League when he was joking about Batman and he was like, "Oh, how'd you get the house back?" Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, about the bank." And he was smiling and laughing, chopping it up with his friend because now they're friends.
Well, that happened in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
We don't talk about Justice League in this house.
But you know what I mean. What do you call it? The best way I can put it is like, think about Daredevil. Yeah. Because people can make the connection with Daredevil, but they can't make it with Superman apparently. You know how the end of season 3 where he was like happy because he got his friends back. He's chopping it up in what's his name's meat store or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was happy, and then now that he was in She-Hulk, he was a little joyful. He's joking and stuff. Like, that's how I imagine Superman would be. But you're not gonna expect all that when their life is going to shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird how people can see the connection one way, but they can't see it another.
Yeah. Well, here's to Henry Cavill's joyful Superman. Exactly. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
Give it to me fast. That's what she said.
Disgusting.
And the topic between the two of those, James Cameron came out saying that basically blasts Marvel and DC, saying that they all act like they're in college. They have relationships, but they really don't. The things that really ground us and give us power, love, and purpose, those characters don't experience it. What is your takeaway from that?
I don't know what it is, man. It's these old time directors that see these movies and shit on them the most. James Cameron, he's I don't want to get him confused, but he's doing Avatar 2, right?
Yeah, Way of the Water.
See, it's always those kind of comments that pop up when their movies are coming out. It's the weirdest thing because people could throw it in his face like, okay, but who the fuck remembers Avatar? You know what I mean? It's weird, and I think it's so unprecedented that these directors will do that. Because first it was Scorsese, and then and now it's Cameron. And I know someone else said it way back when, and I totally forgot who.
Uh, Clint East, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
He said it.
yeah. See, so like, it's so weird that they say that. It's probably because they're not getting the respect they deserve, because they do respect it, or they do deserve the respect, because they make really good movies. But you shouldn't shit on what's popular because you're not popular either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think James Cameron's on a different boat than the other two. And this is why I say that, because James Cameron, he made Titanic, he made Avatar. You know what I mean? Two separate genres. He went from a boat movie to sci-fi, right? Basically kept up with the times, gave us sci-fi movies, and the other two, they were making regular movies. What Martin Scorsese was making, that mob movie, you know. Some people are gonna love mob movies, some people don't. I mean, I don't think mob movies make as much money as they used to, because I think now people are more into watching like gangsters, like actual gangsters and stuff like that, mafia and all that. Um, not not to say that, you know what I mean, but not trying to offend any. Hey, what are you talking about? You know, I don't want to offend nobody. Um, was it? I lost my train of thought. Damn it. He makes different movies. Clint Eastwood made what? Cowboy movies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? More grounded and stuff. So I feel like James Cameron kind of has a different uh lane to at least say something like that, because he not only gives us the sci-fi movies, the things that are in today, but he also gives us those relationships, like how in Avatar, you know, between him and I can't remember her name. Can't remember her name. Jake and yeah, her. That, what do you call it? The connection between the two, all that. Like, I feel like James Cameron kind of has some range to say these comments, but I don't think that he should totally shit on, you know, the properties or the characters, because that's the way that they're portrayed. They can't have loving relationships like normal people because they're superheroes. You know what I mean? Like, they can't have those things, and I think that's something that he believes he solved with the Avatar movie, but I don't think he did. I think the Avatar's in his own lane. I think superhero movies are in their, you know, their own respective lanes.
So it's not. It's maybe he does have a point a little bit, because yeah, not you don't see much of that love and human connection like that, you know, in movies, in Marvel movies anymore. They used to have it, I think, but now it's more of like, oh, kiss this scene, and then boom, action next scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe now that you explain it, I can kind of see his point. But it's still weird that he just had to shit on the genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, I can kind of see his point, because, like how you said, like a lot of the times, female actors are just thrown in there to be the love interest. You know what I mean? So like, and Black Adam, not to shit on Black Adam, it's a new movie, but why that girl was supposed to be his, you know, girlfriend or whatever, but why was she there in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, they could have went a different route, did it differently, maybe brought her in later, or if they were really gonna make her a love interest, they should have made kind of make it make sense, kind of like they did in Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? The first Wonder Woman with Trevor. You know, try to make it a little bit more organic, have some more screen time with them, show that love and connection. In some movies, in some superhero movies, it just seems like they just put him there to be like, well, he loves her and he's not gonna let her die, and that's why they don't, you know, go too far and stuff like that. And blah, blah, blah.
Some directors and some writers can't handle that though. I think The Rock. I don't know who wrote Black Adam, but I'll admit the Black Adam is like a superhero action film. You know what I mean? But like, so there was no time for love. Maybe in the next one she does become whatever, but some writers and stuff just aren't good with that, and maybe the MCU formula doesn't have that anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had it with Pepper and Tony, and then the only other relationship that I can recall now is I know Doctor Strange and that one chick had it, but it was more about not being with her, but in the sense of like finding happiness and moving on without her.
Yeah.
And then Peter and MJ, but they were in high school, so I can understand that. You know what I mean? So some writers just can't handle that, and the MCU, I think, doesn't give that power to them either.
Yeah. I will say now, kind of looking at the Marvel movies and stuff like that, I feel like there's some romances that are fleshed out, but some not so much. And I feel like he does have a point in some extent, but I just feel like he worded it wrong, and a lot of people are taking it as he's shitting on these
Yeah,
characters and stuff like that. That's not the case. It's just
it just depends on
yeah.
the movie, because you can look at Captain America: Winter Soldier. Black Widow was mainly like, you know, a sex object.
Yeah.
I mean, for real. Or in Civil War, when they were hinting at a relationship with Sharon, and then she never shows up again.
I think one movie they do it well in is Black Panther, the first one with him and Shuri.
Yeah.
You could really feel that connection, feel that they love each other as brother and sister. I feel like that one was a good way to do it. I feel like in the first Thor movie when Padme and him, Jane, when Jane Foster and him, like I felt like their chemistry was really good. Sucks in the second one, not so much. Like I kind of feel like it didn't really work as much. I mean, the movie was just not that well made. And in this new Love and Thunder one, I didn't feel like they had any kind of connection at all whatsoever. So I mean, like I said, I feel like he has some kind of right to say what he said. I feel like he should have worded it a little bit better, so there's not so much backlash, and kind of like how you were thinking at first. Just he's just trying to shit on us. You know what I mean?
No.
Like
now I get it. Now that I see what you're coming from, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah. What do you guys think out there? Do you feel like he was wrong to say that? Let us know at FilmBros Podcast on Twitter. Other things, we also got Amazon Studios is bringing back Sausage Party.
Oh,
in the form of a series. They're bringing back everybody.
I saw this. Damn, I don't even. How old is that movie?
I think it came out in 2018 or 2017.
It is not that young.
Yeah, it has to be. Look it up.
I'm looking it up. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let me see. It had to be like 2017, 2018, 2016.
What the hell?
2016. Not too far back. Damn, that movie's only an hour and a half.
I don't know why I thought it was older, but I mean, good for them, I guess. I don't know how that movie or that show is gonna survive, but good luck to them.
Yeah, raunchy. It's gonna be crazy. I thought the first one was funny. I thought it was very unnecessary, that ending, but I mean, the first one was funny. I liked it. I liked how they incorporated the food with certain things and blah 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 blah. It was a funny movie. I'm kind of excited. I like Seth Rogen's projects, and Amazon's been actually cashing in on him a lot because isn't he like a producer on The Boys, Invincible? I think he has a couple other shows on there.
I think so.
They're really
it just
getting them.
Yeah, it's a very distinct audience, I think, because that movie isn't for everyone. It's definitely not for kids. I think whatever they do, they should try to keep it like the first in the sense of comedy and stuff, and bring back David Bry. He was the funniest part of that movie, I think.
I think it was kind of funny.
He played the honey mustard, whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, "Get your fucking hands off me."
Yeah. Danny McBride. Yeah, I love his work too. Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
This series, I don't know how it's gonna work as a series. What can they go through? Who knows? But after the ending in the 2016 film, we can only.
I know they're gonna start like a food rebellion. I don't get it.
Yeah, my imagination's running wild with this one. So we'll just wait and see when the show comes out. But excitement, of course.
Yeah, I guess we can call it that.
And a little Star Wars news today. Jon Favreau said that Ahsoka is a samurai series. It's gonna be kind of like a samurai type of show.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but that's what he told us.
What the?
That apparently in season 2, Ahsoka was inspired by Yojimbo. It's a old samurai movie. I don't think I've seen a lot of samurai movies. I think the only samurai or close to American samurai movie that I've seen was The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. So I don't really know how.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think we got to look some stuff up. But I mean, it sounds cool. Samurai. I mean, if it's going to be kind of like how we seen in season 2, I'm kind of excited for that. If we can see a lot of more like, Japan scenery incorporated into Star Wars, it would be cool. And
no, yeah, I can get all that, and obviously like the lightsabers and their forms are based off like Chinese forms and real life forms like that.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's even like blade form and her dual wielding is based off of damn, I can't remember the name, but it's like one's longer than the other so that she doesn't like come off imbalanced or something like that. So I know like her character is based off of it in some aspects, but I don't know what that means because I thought they were gonna explore that one place, the other world or whatever. Where it's in Rebels where she goes back and Ezra pulls her back or whatever.
Oh,
from that one place.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I don't really remember Rebels like that.
Oh well, I thought it was gonna be exploring that. So, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know how that's gonna work.
Possibly. We did see a leak of a supposed Darth Maul on set, so I mean,
flashback. It's gonna be another flashback.
You think so?
Yeah, he's dead. He's canonically dead.
Well, I mean, if they go visit that place, can't they jump from time to time?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Time travel in Star Wars?
Time travel in Star Wars. That'll make a mess of things.
I think yes. Let's stop Anakin from turning to Darth Vader. Why don't we just be like, hey, chill, bro. She'll be fine if you just chill. Bro. Yeah. Calm down.
No.
She's not worth it.
That's how you get force choked.
Oh, damn. Well, yeah. But yeah, that's the end of it. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea what the hell that means with samurai. The samurai shit. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll look up some samurai movies and we'll
figure out what the fuck he means.
Yeah, we'll decipher this riddle for sure. But yeah, with that down, that's the end. We went through all the news from yesterday and today. If there's anything that we missed that you guys feel like we need to cover on this podcast, go ahead and hit us at
FilmBros Podcast on Twitter. And if you're on YouTube, leave a comment about what you want to hear us talk about next.
Oh, of course. We are on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, and we're on YouTube now. We will be actually recording live videos or, actual like videos. We're just, setting things up, but we will get videos up there fairly soon. So follow us there as well.
See you guys later.